Good morning, students. Welcome in our political science class of class 9th. Today we will start chapter 3, that is constitutional design. In our previous chapter, we have seen that in a democracy, the rulers are not free to do what they like. Right? In chapter 2 of Civics, we have seen in democracy chapter that rulers are not free to do what they like. There are certain basic rules that the citizens and the government have to follow. All such rules together are called constitution. And as the supreme law of country, the constitution determines the right of citizens, the powers of the government, and how the government should function. Now today in this chapter, we ask some basic questions about the constitutional design of a democracy. Like, why do we need a constitution? How are the constitutions drawn up? Who designed them and in what way? What are the values that shape the constitution in a democratic state? Once a constitution is accepted, can we make changes later as required by the constitution, by the coming conditions? To find out these questions, we have to analyze about making of constitution. So we will take one recent instances of designing constitution of a democratic state, that is South Africa. We begin this chapter by looking at what happened there and how the South Africans went about this task of designing their constitution. Then we turn to how the Indian constitution was made, what its fundamental values are, and how it provides a good framework for the conduct of citizens' life and that of the government. So, let's start with democratic constitution in South Africa. We will start with the quotation of Nelson Mandela. He said that I have fought against white domination and I have fought against black domination. I have cherished the ideal of a democratic and free society in which all persons live together in harmony and with equal opportunities. It is an ideal which I hope to live for and to achieve. But if needs be, it is an ideal for which I am prepared to die. This was Nelson Mandela being tried for treason by the white South African government. He and 7 other leaders were sentenced to life imprisonment in 1964 for daring to oppose the apartheid regime in this country. He spent the next 28 years in South Africa's most dreaded prison, Robben Island. Now we will see his struggle against apartheid. Apartheid was the name of a system of racial discrimination unique to South Africa. So what was apartheid? Apartheid was a system of racial discrimination. And what is racial discrimination? Racial discrimination means discrimination on the basis of the color of skin. And in South Africa, the black people of that country were discriminated by the British government because it was the British colony. So, apartheid was the name of a system of racial discrimination unique to South Africa. The white Europeans imposed this system on South Africa. During the 17th and 18th century, the trading companies from Europe occupied it with arms and forces, in the way they occupied India. Just like they make our India a colony, just the same way Europeans made colony to South Africa also. But unlike India, a large number of whites had settled in South Africa and became the local rulers. The system of apartheid divided the people and labeled them on the basis of their skin color. The native people of South Africa are black in color. They made up about 3/4 of the population and were called blacks. Native people of South Africa are called blacks due to their skin color. Besides these two groups, there were people of mixed races who were called colored, and people who migrated from India. So there were 3 skin types people were living in South Africa. One are the native people who are called black. The local ruler means white Europeans, and some are who migrated from India are called colored. The white rulers treated all non-whites as inferiors. The non-whites did not have voting rights. The apartheid system was particularly oppressive for the blacks. They were forbidden from living in white areas. They could work in white areas only if they had a permit. Trains, buses, taxis, hotels, hospitals, schools and colleges, cinema halls, theatres, beaches, swimming pools, public toilets, all were separate for the white and blacks. This was called segregation. So what we have seen? We have seen in South Africa, जैसे इंडिया में ब्रिटिशर्स आए तो वो ट्रेडिंग के लिए आए थे, बट साउथ अफ्रीका में जो ये यूरोपियंस, ये जो ब्रिटिशर्स वहाँ गए, वो वहाँ सेटल हो गए, और वहाँ के जो नेटिव पीपल थे जिनका स्किन कलर ब्लैक था, उनके साथ बहुत ज़्यादा डिस्क्रिमिनेशन था. और कुछ जो इंडिया से भागकर साउथ अफ्रीका पहुंचे थे, जिनका स्किन कलर ब्राउन था, दे वर कॉल्ड कलर्ड पीपल. और ब्लैक्स और कलर्ड के साथ ये वाइट रूलर्स जो थे वो बहुत ज़्यादा डिस्क्रिमिनेशन करते थे. इनके लिए सारी चीज़ें, चाहे वो बसेस हों, सिनेमा हॉल, थिएटर, पब्लिक टॉयलेट, सब कुछ अलग अलग था. ब्लैक्स और कलर्ड पीपल वाइट के एरियाज में नहीं घुस सकते थे. They could not even visit the churches where the white worshipped. Blacks could not form associations or protest against the terrible treatment. Since 1950, the blacks, colored, and Indian fought against the apartheid system. They launched protest marches and strikes. The African National Congress (ANC) was the umbrella organization that led the struggle against the policies of segregation. 1950 जब हमारी कंट्री रिपब्लिक बन गई थी, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन लागू हो गया था, साउथ अफ्रीकन्स फाइट कर रहे थे और एएनसी जो थी वो अम्ब्रेला ऑर्गेनाइजेशन थी. मीन्स एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जिसके अंदर जितने भी प्रोटेस्ट करने वाले थे सब उसके अंदर थे और वो सेग्रीगेशन पॉलिसीज़ का के अगेंस्ट स्ट्रगल कर रहे थे. दिस इंक्लूडेड मेनी वर्कर्स यूनियन एंड कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी. मेनी सेंसिटिव वाइट्स ऑल्सो जॉइन द एएनसी. बहुत सारे अंग्रेज़ जो थे, जो सेंसिटिव अंग्रेज़ थे, वो भी उन्होंने भी इस एएनसी को ज्वाइन किया हुआ था टू अपोज अपार्थेड एंड प्लेड अ लीडिंग रोल in this struggle. Several countries denounced apartheid as unjust and racist. बहुत सारी कंट्रीज़ ने अपार्थेड सिस्टम को अनजस्ट बताया, but the white racist government continued to rule by detaining, torturing and killing thousands of black and colored people. You can imagine the situation by seeing this board, which was posted in white areas. The notice was, Native Indians and colored, if you enter this premises at night, you will be listed as missing. Armed guards shoot on sight. Savage dogs devour the crops. You have been warned. This type of notices were very common in South Africa outside the British colony. So we have seen how the black peoples were discriminated in their own country and how the apartheid system segregated whites and black and colored people. The native people of South Africa, they didn't have any right and they fought against British rule. So in our next class we will see how they make protest and how they prepare their new constitution. So enough for today. Thank you and have a nice day.